I got something.
Oh, go to the doctor and get a shot for it.
That's a terrible joke.
I know,
Dead
but-
joke. Dead joke.
Okay,
Right. Hello, welcome to a reaction video for Stranger Things. I have my dad here. He's not just my dad, he's also a person. He has his own experiences, but I thought it was really interesting that he kind of grew up at the later stages of the 80s, and it would be interesting to see him react to a show that's supposed to be based in the 80s. I think I've already watched the show, but this will be his first time seeing Stranger Things, and I know there's already things in there that will be like a big reference, like there's some Reagan voting signs. And this is a small town, I believe it's a small town in Indiana, so it's basically where you grew up.
We're in the neighborhood. I mean, I graduated in 81, so I grew up like 70s. The 80s were my adulthood. Go ahead.
Oh, but also you grew up on a cow farm, whereas these people grew up in a suburb, an 80 suburb. So it's a bit different, but it's also in the middle of nowhere, right? It's a small town, you know, corner store, local hardware store kind of deal, whatever.
Right, it was Mayberry.
Though there might be things that are familiar, that's all, and that's what I want to do.
As old timers will say, Mayberry, they're talking about the Andy Griffith Show, and that was the idyllic town, right? They had a town drunk who locked himself up, you know.
And that's who you are?
Drunk. No. Where I grew up, we didn't have a town, but we had drunks.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, if you want, I don't know if you want to say
people.
anything about yourself, introduce yourself other than.
I don't know. That's a pretty good introduction. There's
Okay.
really not much to say. I'll if I get a life experience, I can go ahead and share it. You know.
All right.
Can't make it all about me.
Right.
Just as a reference, this is how old I am. I'm nearly 60.
Right. Anyways, let's press. When you're ready. Yeah, I was right. It was Indiana. Yeah.
Probably a made-up town. We'll find out later.
I think so. I don't think they want a bunch of tourists going there, you know. This has like some sci-fi elements, right? Like
right.
Or obviously this is made up. There was no aliens or from another world.
No kidding, man. Hollywood making shit up. Wow. First time. You know, the more times you hit the button, the faster the elevator goes.
He's just having an anxiety attack. This is gonna be really interesting for me to watch like the second time because there'll be things I'll notice.
You know what happened was extra time he hit the elevator button caused
swallowing you in darkness.
Yeah.
It is almost here. What is it?
What if it's the Demogorgon? Oh Jesus, we're so screwed if it's the Demogorgon.
It's not the Demogorgon.
D&D nerds.
Right.
That sound.
Back when it wasn't cool, by the way, right?
Oh, it was always cool.
No!
Oh yeah, you would say that because you read all the Lord of the Rings books.
No, I read.
You're
those
already in the demographic for.
I read those when I was like 22.
We're
Man.
deep shit.
Well, you're actually. I don't
19.
know. Fireball. They'd have to roll a third.
Like.
They look suburban.
Yes,
look
like I said,
suburban.
it's a suburb. It's a suburb. For sure.
Not only that, everybody can just ride their bikes freely in the street.
Used to be
So
cool.
at night.
That time she dressed up as an elf.
Look at that, they have
So,
lights.
they're in the suburbs.
The most inaccurate thing about this is they have lights on their bikes because no one gave a shit.
The roll.
I knew people with lights. I think my sister Mary had a light on her bike, but she didn't drive a car.
See you
She didn't drive a
tomorrow.
car till like later in life. She got her license in her 30s maybe. But yeah, a little. Some of this seems a little bit. They can afford a lot of stuff, but not cable TV. Again, maybe they didn't have cable in Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indoor plumbing, fairly recent.
Right back to
Sorry,
my place.
Indiana.
Winner gets a comic.
Any comic?
Yeah. Hey.
It's a joke.
I didn't say go.
I know. Sorry.
Small.
Get back here.
This reminds me of ET right
I'm
here.
gonna kill you.
I think that was the point,
Take your
right?
Yeah.
1, 3, 4.
Yeah, this is when I did watch sneak preview of this before, but that's what I saw. Oh, it's gonna be like an ET thing where he sees an alien.
Son of a bitch.
All the kids cussing like sailors in this show.
Yeah.
I don't
That's,
think
you
as a
know-
12-year-old I was cussing that much, but I didn't grow up in the 80s, so.
You said shit once when you were like 11 and you freaking lost your mind almost. Turned red, went outside, you were embarrassed, and I said all it was shit.
I'm embarrassed.
If you watch
Remember
Better
when
Call
kids
Saul,
knew how to reload a shotgun at 12?
yeah, he watched his dad do it. Well, it's not a shotgun, that's a 22.
But
A 22 will kill you, but it's
that's
got
a 22.
it's
It's
got-
a hunting
yeah.
rifle. Sorry, my bad.
yeah, it's for hunting squirrels mostly. It won't kill a bear or a deer.
Every time I see this, it reminds me of a Doctor Who opening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever watched Doctor Who, but I was expected to go, "Whee!" every time I see that.
The Vanishing Will Byers. I take it the kid in the elevator was Will Byers. I mean,
No.
the kid in the...
On the
not
bike.
The kid in the elevator.
The kid with the 22. Yeah, the kid with the 22 is Will Byers.
I meant the guy with the elevator. Okay, so Will Byers is a kid.
Yeah, this is like one of those kids shows, right? Where
I wasn't paying attention. I was expecting E.T. Schlitz! Oh, that is totally inaccurate cans. Totally inaccurate cans. Those cans were gone by the 80s. They were. Those pull tabs that came off,
Yeah.
they made those illegal because people were choking on them. People would stick them
Oh.
inside the... People would stick them inside the can
and then
take
swallow
a drink
them.
Yep.
Yeah. Another inaccuracy. Put it on the board.
Yep. Those things were eliminated
And
way
antenna
before
TV and
87, we're saying? Unless he's got an antique beer collection.
either 87 or 83. I can't remember.
Although I didn't live in Indiana.
So
I will
maybe.
put that as a qualifier. Indiana, again, they probably just recently got indoor plumbing. So it's just a whole different thing for them, you know.
State by
Some of them
state,
are-
you never know.
I hear some of them are
It's like
literate now. Some of them actually read books.
Oh.
But yeah, it's true.
It's a freaking Wisconsinite. Freaking anti-Indiana. Right here. Never trust a guy from Indiana.
I did.
There she is.
I'm not sure.
Winona.
It's 87, right?
Oh, I didn't get
Yeah, I
any
believe it
cans.
was 87. I forget now.
To
But
make sure. Told you
we're
this
gonna
is
find out
so
later in the
tight.
edit that it was 83 or
Come on,
instead of
honey.
87, but I don't think it matters that much.
Okay. I want to see this Lady X when her kid's missing.
He came home last.
Extra
This is the
cash.
poor family, right?
Talked about
I
this.
know, look,
She's got a
was at
job
the Wheelers
at
all
the-
day. I'm not.
with a name
Hardware
tag.
store.
Hardware store. She works at Red's Hardware Store in Wisconsin. That's where she works. In the 70s show.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Karen. It's Joyce.
He moved to
Joyce,
Indiana
Hi.
after the 70s.
Quiet.
Yeah.
You know what? I think he just left early.
That phone
for
cord's
for
bugging
school.
me.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Did not
It's
the
so
phone cord.
realistic. Nobody gives a shit about their.
I'm just saying,
Tangle
if I,
cord.
every time I was on the phone, the first thing I do is untangle the cord.
That's weird.
Did people actually park their bikes in bike stands
His mom's right.
when they went to school?
Uh,
to class early again.
I don't think they had those at my school.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you lived. You had to actually
I
take the
don't-
bus.
Leave time. Do the arm thing.
It's not an 80s
Do
show
it,
until
freak.
somebody's getting bullied.
Oh, God. It gets me every time.
Assholes.
I think it's kind of cool. It's like who have superpowers or something. Like,
Hey, saved them
these
from
are
getting beat
fantastic.
up.
Yeah.
Except they can't fight evil with it.
I think that Hollywood uses Indiana as like a prop device. They have no idea what it's like.
It's a Midwest
it.
town, you know. That's all they
It's a-
wanted.
Yeah.
They just wanted a nice
Fly Wars
Midwest town where nothing happens. It's boring.
Yeah.
Why would there be aliens from another world?
To a lot of these people, Indiana and Colorado are the same place. They just,
Yeah.
they don't even know the difference.
I really like. Seriously, I have to go.
Wait, hey, let's do something tonight, yeah?
Making out in the bathroom. That's.
I can't. I have to study
Gross.
for Kaminsky's test.
Well, what's your GPA
I'm just saying.
3.999.
Kaminsky's
You
test.
At
can
my
make out in
school-
school.
Just let me help.
Well,
At my
you can make out in
school, the
school
band
just about
room,
anywhere,
the
so.
band room was the
So,
makeout
over
spot
around
because there was
2
never a
Yeah.
band after
Crazy?
fifth
My mom
period or
was on
something,
Contour your
so it was
windows,
always
running around
empty
Right.
stealthy,
after
like the ninja.
like 11.
You are crazy.
So that's where.
Just
Well, more than
go
make
down
out.
and just
Let's be honest. People
Yeah.
did more than make out in the
chill in my
band
car.
room.
You can find a nice quiet place to park. and
Steve.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
participate in any of this. I
I'm
just
not kidding.
Oh, you,
I knew because I was
You
in
just-
band and people would be like, "Oh yeah, I was just there yesterday."
you rotten, horny teenagers.
Yeah, it was.
How dare
Can
you
you not
biology
make out
speak
on
to
top
you?
of my clarinet? I appreciate it, you know.
Meet me at
Yeah.
Dearborn and Maple at 8. Find my son, Hop. Find
Find the
him.
garden gnome, dude.
Garden gnome thieves.
They're probably related, right? No? I'm just jumping ahead in the series.
Who? The gnomes and the and the missing
The two
kid?
things are related. The missing gnome, the guy sucked in the elevator. you know?
I have no idea.
Out of
It
the
might be.
elevator. They're all related.
And the girl? She can't have gone far.
Girl, there was a girl.
All will be revealed. That's the whole plot, right? The mystery. The
I
mystery
was
of
just saying
the.
out loud.
Yeah.
I was saying out loud to create content. Oh my god, they got a girl!
He has.
Oh, that's her
Feet.
right there.
Yeah, it's one of those cross cuts. You know, they talk about the thing, and then the next cut is the
Ah.
thing. Yeah.
She looks
Editing.
familiar. Hey! Come here! Oh no, she stole some fries! It's a whole entire potato!
Steal from me, boy.
Hey, this is for you. This is all for you. Specifically for you.
Heath Kit ham shack.
What is it?
Ain't
It's a
she
radio.
What a
Because
ham-
you're a radio.
ham radio?
Look on this thing.
Think bigger.
California?
Boy, I hope they don't get me a bunch of crap
Australia?
wrong. What is a ham radio?
When
Yeah.
Will sees this, he's totally gonna blow his
Shortwave.
shit.
Lucas.
This isn't some Lord of the Rings book.
The Hobbit. Shut up. Stop it. Stop. Hey.
Do I make myself clear?
This kid probably deserves to get his ass kicked, you know? Dude, your friend disappeared. Why don't you fucking grow up, you know?
Well, that's the thing, right? The 12.
I'm just saying.
I always wanted to have like a
Rada.
secret base in the woods.
Radagat.
Yeah, I always did. I never built a good one, though.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So much trouble,
sir.
right? Spend all your time looking
So
up,
guess what?
finding sticks.
I got off
Then somebody comes around, tears it down next day. Fuck that.
Ta-da!
They hurt
Did
you.
they even give an indication anywhere what time of the
I
year?
thought
other
it
than-
Went to the
said, but
hospital,
I
you
can't
got
remember
scared, you
now.
ran off, you wound up here as
It
a
can't be
hit.
the first day of school because there's still leaves in the trees, even in Wisconsin.
It said November 6th, 1983.
And you can
God,
have as much as you
83.
want.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought you said
83.
87.
Maybe
Yeah.
you
Okay,
can
that's
buy
It's
some
83.
Christmas
83.
presents or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, so some of this is probably accurate
Bad
then,
deal.
as far as technology. No, cable TV was not as
Start with
widespread in
easy stuff.
83 as it was.
In 87.
My name's
87.
Benny.
It just took off, like cell phones.
Yeah, I think the most recent
Guess.
season is in 87.
All right.
Because they have time skips.
Ooh, she's got telepathy. Or telekinesis.
Yes, telekinesis.
Telepathy is telekinesis is a form of telepathy. Sound like a professor. Well, do
Ah,
you
yes.
know?
Well, I've done several studies in telekinesis and telepathy, and I can tell you that this is
Being
a
a clairvoyant
particular.
myself.
I've done
I'm
many
clairvoyant.
experiments on kids with telepathy.
Hey, I got something.
Oh, go to the doctor and get a shot for it.
That's a terrible joke.
I
That
know,
joke.
but-
That joke.
It took him that long to just get up to where he disappeared. Isn't that funny? Small town cops at their best.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
Right? Yeah, a lot of these cops, they leave the big city. They do like 5 years in a big city as a cop and get to train.
You know,
in
that's
some
his
small
backstory.
town.
Yeah, that's his
they-
backstory. Yeah.
Who is this?
He's a city cop, and then he was like, "This fucking sucks. I'm out of here."
Cynthia?
Yeah. I'm gonna go where that
Lonnie's
secret lab is.
I really need to speak to him. Call me back, please. Just call.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Indiana's like a flat Kentucky. You know?
It was just lying there?
The only thing good about Indiana is Indianapolis.
Found the bike out there. Why you here?
I kind of like Indiana though. I spent a lot of time driving through there.
Oh, well, yeah, me too. I was
Nice and
there. I
flat.
think. I think I was there when you were driving through
You
it.
think I didn't check my own house?
I worked on a Super Bowl there.
Hey. Hey, what's up with this guy, huh?
He's probably just hungry.
Jesus.
Come on.
She doesn't seem too interested in what the dog knows.
I mean, the character she plays in this is definitely kind of neurotic. She's very just like, 83. I don't know. I don't remember 83.
I remember it. I was actually went to school in '83, but I was still drunk a lot.
Together, right? All the volunteers she can muster. Bring flashlights, too.
Hey, you think we got a problem?
A kid disappeared there, douchebag. It's a problem. Fuck is wrong with these idiots?
Small town cops.
Good God.
We should be
Wait,
up
something's
there.
happening in
Should we help
our
him look for him?
suburb here.
What?
I
Huh?
don't care what the chief said. Michael, we have to do something. Will can be in
You mean
danger.
that police
More reason
training
to
wasn't
stay
just for
put.
fun?
End of discussion.
What a bunch of crappy fucking people.
So we're under house arrest just because Mike.
I remember
Yeah, I
people
want to
being
say
this
there's not a lot
superficial.
of likable people in this show.
Steve?
Who is Steve?
Her new boyfriend.
You're such a douchebag, Mike.
Wow, douchebag was not that widely used in the 1990s.
Inaccuracy.
Come back.
Nobody was using that word back then.
No. If she was using it, she must have been watching George Carlin. That's it.
What happens when what?
During your chicken, Ted.
What did I do? Hey, what'd I do?
Just the dad who just doesn't give a shit about what's going on. Just
Well, at least he isn't. At least he isn't going. Hey, I don't give a fuck about your
He's a good
friend
student.
disappearing. You know? Yeah, that's a really
Yeah,
effective
it's easy.
search. Have somebody
Universe,
walk right
whatnot.
behind where you just
I
were.
always understood all that stuff. I always figured there was enough going on down here and I needed to look elsewhere.
Don't ever hire these guys to look for
Maybe I'll
anyone.
get her in my class.
No.
That's very effective. If the first person doesn't
It's-
stumble over the body, the next person will stumble over it.
Just bear with me. What'd I tell you? Ninja.
people talk about ninjas in the 80s.
Yeah, Ninja was a thing, for sure. Teenage.
I feel like
Mutant
ninja is more of a 2000s thing. Like that, there's a big craze with ninjas in the 2000s.
Nah, ninjas were around.
You like that ice cream, huh?
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Smile
Turtles.
looks
was a
good
thing
on
in
you.
Oh,
the
right,
80s.
that's true. Yeah.
And somebody else
sit
made
tight.
it popular. I
Whoever it
couldn't
is.
tell you who right
Tell
now.
him to go away real quick.
Mr. Mikaze. Mizaki?
Yeah.
Miyagi? Mr. Miyagi?
Miyagi, there you
No.
go.
Yeah.
Hey, can I help you?
That was
Hi,
the
must be
80s, wasn't
Ben
it? Or was it the
Afraid I
90s?
am. I'm afraid we're closed
Yeah,
for the evening.
Karate
so
Kid
try
was
back
80s.
tomorrow morning.
Connie Fraser, Social Services.
Funny, your voice it sounds different.
You know, I saw that coming. That
Yeah,
didn't
she's an
take me by
escape.
surprise.
She's escaped from a secret lab. Of course, there's gonna be government agents shooting people.
Yeah.
Right?
She looked too damn unthreatening, right?
Yeah.
And they ended in a 1960s anthem.
Well, it's about Alice in Wonderland, the White Rabbit,
Right, yeah. Oh, and dropping acid.
right? Well, I don't think she did
Same,
that.
same thing.
You guys
I mean,
feel that?
either way, it's the same. It's a trip.
Channel 6. Don't do anything stupid.
You're already doing
Guys,
something
wait up.
stupid. I don't even know what the hell you're
Wait
doing.
up.
now. Don't do anything stupid. Well, we're already doing something stupid. Remember? Cop told us not
So that
to do
cancels
this.
out any other stupidity we do because we're already doing it.
Yeah, because a kid disappeared, and
Starch
there's no chance that
and
you won't
cellulose.
take another kid.
A molecule of CH4, the hydrogen
These are the
atoms
Goonies. These are the
spatially
Goonies kids.
oriented towards
Yeah.
the centers of
Yeah,
the
that's what they are.
regular.
Or the Stand By Me kids, same
Jesus,
kids.
How many of these did you make?
He said he wanted to help.
Got to see everything. Got to know everything.
How about on it? That'll be fun.
No.
During fractional
Don't they make out in the
dissolution,
bathroom?
hydrocarbons are
Yeah.
separated according
They're in her
to their-
bedroom and they're not making out.
It's like he actually likes her, you know?
Yeah, and your bedroom doesn't smell like industrial cleaner.
It's so comfortable because it smells like you here.
Yeah, there's no rats on the floor. Well, only two. Wait, are they poor?
Are you crazy?
No, these No, this guy's so well off that his dad like cancels his inheritance or something. No, he's just a spoiled rich kid.
You're not a slut.
Oh, he's spoiled.
That's not what I'm saying.
You know, you're so
He
cute.
thinks
when
just
you lie.
because the girls don't have money, they don't have morals.
Bad Steve.
No, he's just. I think he's just a typical gets whatever he wants kind of guy, right?
Idiot
So
Steve Harrington.
that's why she's such a challenge for him because she just says no.
This is Will's friend's sister.
Yes.
Compared to the rate of inorganic.
I'm making Will the star of the show, by the way. I don't know.
Yes, and in a way he is. Levin is the other star of the show for sure.
For some reason, the guy in the elevator, I don't give a crap about.
No, he was just a red shirt, as they say.
He had it coming for having a job.
I know I haven't.
At a secret lab where they experiments on children.
I just feel bad. I don't even dare you.
I'm not sure what he did, but I'm sure he had it coming.
This guy's like the loser. The poor kid loser.
What?
Can't hang out all the time because he has to go to work.
No.
Can't make any friends because he's always working.
Guys, I really think we should turn back.
Yeah, searching in the rain. Nobody can hear you when you yell.
I'm just being realistic, Lucas.
No, you're just being a big sissy.
Do you ever think Will went missing because they ran into something bad? And we're going to the exact same spot when we need his last stand, and we have no weapons or anything?
Justin, shut up.
I'm just saying, does that seem smart to you?
Shut up. Shut up. Whoa. You guys hear that?
She's magic.
What did you think about that first episode from your perspective? Because that's way more interesting than mine.
Well, it was, again, Hollywood treatment of the Midwest as generic. Everybody's kind of clueless. You know, the biggest thing in the world is the new fishing tournament or whatever, you know. And nobody ever disappears in Indiana, so the cops don't even care at first, you know. And it's kind of a half-assed look for them, you know. You know, you're setting everybody up just to look like buffoons constantly in every episode, right? They're gonna guess wrong, get everything wrong, get in bad situations, keep me a cliffhanger, right? Because
to be fair, though, it's also like magic is happening. So I don't know any Midwest town that would be ready for magic things.
Well,
telepathy.
But kids do disappear all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the era when they started putting them on milk cartons, missing kids. And it was a big thing. Back before milk cartons, nobody had any idea that kids were disappearing all the time. All the time,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just thinking, it's kind of your, what do they call it, a trope?
Yes.
The Hollywood trope that the small town sheriff and everybody who works for him is an idiot, except one person maybe.
Yeah.
And it's usually something that nobody listens to because they're either a woman or they're black or they're
Yeah, it's gonna be
whatever.
spoiler for the next episode. It's gonna be Winona Ryder character.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, my son's here, is alive, and they're like, no, he's dead. He died. You're like, no, he's
died.
not dead.
Listen. Yeah. You wouldn't have a show afterwards if it was just dead. That'd be the end of it.
Well,
They
you could
just
still have
bury
the,
him.
well, 11, the girl, right? She becomes
Well, yeah,
like
first-
also the main character as well. Did it feel more like it was a show that was on the set of an 80s place, but wasn't actually in the 80s? You know what I mean? I mean, I get that the video was too clear for it to be an 80s show because the 80s was in like 360 resolution.
I mean, you could actually geek out on computers on 1983. They were in existence. So, I mean, if you want to geek out on ham radio or shortwave radio, that's cool too. I mean, you can still do that. Didn't stop existing. But yeah, the toys were different. I guess that's the main thing. The toys were different.
And the cans.
The cans?
The beer cans, you said they
Oh,
Or
the
at
beer
least-
cans. Yeah, they say, God, 83 seems awful late for them beer can
Yeah.
tabs to still be pull-off tabs.
Yeah.
You know what happened with those beer can tabs? They made them so they are now. What do
Yeah.
people do? They
Bend.
put it inside.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing hits my nose. I hate that thing.
I just play with it it's just there, so I'm playing with it. Or I would like make music with it, like bling 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 bling.
Well, I guess the cover story could be that the dad there had an antique beer collection, and he was just getting rid of it. He was tired of it.
Oh no, the cop, not the dad. The cop.
What? The cop? Was the cop drinking Tad beers?
Yeah, it was the cop. The sheriff. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
The dead kid.
He's not
the
a dad?
sheriff with the dead kid.
He might be a dad.
Well, he was. But his
Oh,
kid
his
died. Would you consider yourself still a dad if you'd had a dead kid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well then, I guess he is a dad.
You never stop being a dad. Some people go out and have a kid right away and replace it.
Well, I think that's what they're definitely pulling off the idea, because Mike, the kid with the black hair, pale, the vampire-looking kid, he's the one who lives in that really nice house in the suburbs, right, with his sister. And I think their parents are supposed to be like oh, we just got married and settled down because that's what's expected of us, but we don't really like each other very much. I married you because you were the best opportunity. Yeah, and I had children with you because that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't think his family is like a loving family.
Oh, the dad wasn't even paying attention to the conversation.
Yeah. He's just like, I'm here to do the thing I was supposed to do. Sire children and have a job, and that's it at the end.
One of them secrets about life is when you have one of those jobs where they think you have to think about the job all fucking day.
Yeah.
And when you get home, you're like, I can't be a normal person anymore. I gotta think about this other crap all the time now.
Maybe that's his problem. He's not an absent father. He's just busy. Busy father. I don't know. That's the stereotype.
Maybe one day he spoke up and nobody listened, so he stopped talking. You know?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. No one cares what you have to say. Shut up.
Yeah, same thing at home. Boss will listen to me, wife will listen to me. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and listen to voices in my head. Because this stuff here is in front of the table is just boring to me. He's probably an alien.
Yeah, probably. Wait,
like
I don't know.
The little girl.
I've already seen this. Yes.
The little girl.
11.
We know nothing about her.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't give us anything about her at all.
Where
she's from.
I think the next episode is about her.
It has Firestarter elements to it. You ever see Firestarter?
It
was
no,
one of Drew Barrymore's first
familiar.
movies. Drew Barrymore, when she was a child, right after, it might have been before E.T. I think it was. Before she was in E.T., she was in Firestarter. About around the same time. Stephen King movie. She could start fires. With her mind.
Telekinesis, yeah.
Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notify buttons. And follow our other channels, Toxic Alley, History of Gravy, and Scratchy Old Records.